Hey, I thought you might like to see how I made this lace out of air dry clay. Well, to start off with, I use this clay. This is the clay of my choice. There's a couple different ones on the market, one called DAS, D-A-S, and that's okay, but it starts off gray and it has an odor to it that I don't really care for. And then there's this one here. It's cheaper, actually, about almost half the price. And I think I pay about $6 for this at Walmart. This is 2 pounds. It lasts quite a while. And if it ever dries up, pretty easy to add water to it. It's bright white, which is something else I like about it. It accepts color very well. So I mixed some of this clay with water, and I got a paste, like a slip, you know, if you were working with regular clay. This is a little bit thickened. It's thickened overnight, even though it was in a covered container. So you could use a little bit thinner than this. And I got this idea because one day I had made some as a slip like that, and I put it through a pastry bag, and I made some little sea creatures out of it, and it turned out pretty well. And the leftover, the residue in the bottom of the container, I found was very strong, considering that it was really, really thin. And it held shape really well. So I decided, I got an idea, and I went on eBay, and for $1, I found this amazing lace silicone mold. It's about a foot by 4 inches. $1 with free shipping, 99 cents with free shipping. You can't beat that. And they have hundreds, well, thousands of molds like this, all different shapes and creatures and, you know, letters, anything you can think of. And it's made usually for fondant frosting. Okay, so anyway, I'm treating this like the fondant frosting. And I'll show you how I do it. First of all, you gotta make sure your mold is really clean. I have a dog, so dog hair is a given in all of my art. It comes free with it. Let me just arrange this for you. And I take I have a palette knives, but I also use an offset spatula from my baking sometimes to do things, and it works just as well. Let's see if I can get this so you can see it right. Okay, so you just take a bunch of this, blop it on there, and push it down right into the lace, going back and forth, so that you make sure you fill in all those little crevices while scraping off the top. So you want that all filled in, but you want nothing sticking up over the top. And going in different directions helps it all fill in, so you don't end up with any air bubbles or voids. And it wouldn't be the end of the world anyway. So anyway, I did this last night for the first time. And about an hour and a half later, I was walking past it, and I'm kind of casual about my art, so I just looked dry enough to me. So I just reached over and grabbed the corner and pulled, and the whole thing came out at once. This is broken because I've broken it just to see what it's like to break. It all came out so beautiful, I couldn't believe it. So this is the next day. It has dried a little bit more. It was a little more rubbery last night, and it will break if you bend it all the way down and all the way back and all the way down again. Then it will break off. But otherwise, I mean, it's pretty strong for what it is. I'm going to be adding these to paintings before I paint, so that I get some, design and texture into them, and also to my sculptures, probably when they're almost finished, to give it even a more finished look. So this is it. Once it's done, you just peel it off, and you should be able to adhere it with more of this paste if you need to, or PVA Elmer's glue would do as well. But if you think of things you want to do with it, like I said, I'm just winging it right now. I'm in shock that it worked so well. If you think of ideas, please write them below in the comments, and I'll be glad to look at them. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.